I had a new position this year as Vice Chair of House Appropriations Committee, or JFAC. It is a joint committee. I also was appointed by the Speaker to co-chair the Economic Outlook and Revenue Forecasting Committee, which I really enjoyed. I have spent a lot of time developing an expertise around spending, particularly in education, but it was really invigorating to actually jump in and learn a whole lot more about revenue. And there were a lot of unanswered questions at the beginning of the session on that. And there are still some unanswered questions at this time until we see how tax revenues come in for the rest of the year. So I really enjoyed that. I was also elected by my Republican peers in the House to represent them on the Ethics Committee and on Legislative Council, which does the business of the legislature in the interim. So I am looking forward to the Legislative Council position. Especially ethics is a challenging place to be if you are called up to serve in that instance. But I was grateful that my peers thought I was a good candidate for that. The education funding, we did do 113 million new this year, as the Pro Tem pointed out. That's the highest number since I've been serving, and that's fantastic news. The bad news is it will be delivered under an archaic 25-year-old formula that has some of the most restrictive funding strings of any state in the nation, but thanks to the good efforts of many here, Senator Lent, Representative Ehart, Senator Mortimer, and Representative Marshall, we'll get there. There was some fantastic groundwork laid that will move us in the direction of a future change. Also, Senator Lent, Representative Raybould, and myself started a new Energy and Technology Caucus this year in support of INL and other technology sectors in the state. At one of our meetings of the Energy Caucus, we actually had more people in the room than the GOP caucus had at an earlier meeting. So we were thrilled with that response. We're bringing in folks from all over the state, legislators from all over the state, for a tour of joint tour with Line Commission, on which I also serve, in a couple of weeks, and we were thrilled. To get folks coming in from North Idaho and Southwestern Idaho to learn more about the lab is a fantastic thing. As was mentioned, we were able to get the investigator for the Idaho Falls Police Department. We have had one, Sheriff Wild, where are you? In the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, that's been doing terrific work for a number of years. But there is more work to be done, and we were grateful to get that into the Attorney General's budget and win that on the floor, which took a 30-minute debate, I might add. I carried that one as well. I think I'll leave it there. I will say it was good to come home. I've been over to the INL a couple of times since I've been home. And those buildings that are going up over there is a good reminder that when we put our minds to it, we can get good and important things done for not only this region, but for the state and for our nation. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for the opportunity to serve.